y'all, it is sunset time in central New York, which has recently decided it wants to do summer for a few weeks before fall kicks in. Of course, the way that central New York decides it wants to do summer is it skips very suddenly from like 60s and 70s to 80s and 90s. It's very unexpected, exciting. We New Yorkers like the thrill of it, It's pretty cool. Yep. I'm sitting here in front of my piano, which I thought would make a nice backdrop since my bedroom upstairs is currently like a disaster zone of packing for back to school, Speaking of going back to school, I am doing that this upcoming Thursday. I was originally told I was supposed to go, tomorrow, but that it wasn't sure whether or not I was going to be able to because they'd forgotten to do anything about me pretty much. So it wasn't sure I was going to be able to be cleared for early move-in. This is for the Waltonian, the school newspaper, training week thing. Yeah, so currently there's a bit of indecision about whether I'm supposed to be going Saturday, like tomorrow, or Thursday. But seeing as Saturday is tomorrow, and I'm not planning on leaving tomorrow, it's probably not going to happen. So we'll just stay on the safe side and say it's going to be Thursday. Yeah. As you all probably have noticed, I am once again behind on making vlogs, in that I didn't make one last week, which was awful of me, I know. I kind of have a reason, an excuse, since I was at the time very busy with another iMovie put together project thing, the Creation Fest DVD, which is done, thank goodness. Oh, that thing was a pain. It was fun, but it was just so time consuming and working on a deadline. Like, I ended up doing most of it that day, which meant I was on the computer all day putting together a DVD. It could have been fun, but it wasn't, just because it was so crammed together. But it's done. And the reason I had it crammed together into that last day was because we had a Creation Fest reunion thing. Pretty much all the people who came with us any year to Creation Fest and their friends were invited to come to our house for a picnic kind of gathering thing in our barn. It turned out pretty well. There was like a bonfire and stuff, and right around dark we watched the DVD that I'd put together, and everybody seemed to like it. So, phew. If any of you want it, I can get it to you, or mail it to you, or in some way you will have it. Just let me know if you want it. Back to me being off track in terms of vlogging. Yep, I didn't make one last week, and I have also been away from the internet. At least I haven't had access to it in any free time for the past couple of weeks. So I'm also 2 weeks behind in watching vlogs, which is quite a shame, seeing as 2 weeks ago I was so proud to have finally caught up to them. But when I go to school, I will have a steady, reliable source of internet, and that is one of the things I'm looking forward to, so I can actually stay on top of watching all your vlogs and not have to cram them together into one little bitty time when the details of them all get blurred together and stuff. I'll be able to focus on each person's individual vlogs, like one a day. Very good. Can't wait. Okay, so because I haven't seen your vlogs for the last 2 weeks, I don't have any responses, which means next week I will get to try to cram 3 weeks of responses into one vlog, while at the same time, or probably a slightly different time, but in the same vlog anyway, I will also be talking about moving back to school and stuff. So I'll have a ridiculous amount of news and a ridiculous amount of responses. And I frankly don't know how I'm going to be able to fit all that in without doing what Victoria just did and making 3 vlogs for one day, But we'll see. We will see. I might just talk really fast. But what's going on here? Well, currently, Mom is making pizzas in the kitchen. I should probably be helping out with that, but I'm not, which means I have to hurry with this. And my brother and his friend Philip are upstairs in his room. They were just currently kind of haggling, arguing over what DVD they're going to be watching. I think they have that probably sorted out by now because I hear music that sounds like it's maybe coming from a movie. Yeah, so they're upstairs doing that. Philip is staying with us for a few days because his brother Brian is being dropped off at his college. He had to leave early too, really early. What else? Oh, I just finished reading a marvelous book that I think Miranda has told us all to read on this vlog, and you should. I will second that. Ishmael. Marvelous book. Marvelous, marvelous book. It's quite revolutionary in a kind of, well, read it and you will figure it out for yourself, but it's really good, and it's like really, really, really thought-provoking. Really intelligent, smart, and it's put in such a way that you will be able to understand it, because it's a novel. It's like a philosophical novel kind of thing, told by a teacher teaching a student. So the student's just like, any random person, so he doesn't get the things that we won't get, which means that they get explained better to him so that he can get it, so we can get it too. It's really nice. To be perfectly honest, I can't think of anything else to talk about. That was a car. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was a car. I picked beans yesterday in the garden. Yep. I discovered that bean plants, the leaves, they've got these kind of like sticky hairs on them, so that they can better climb up poles and other plants and stuff. And those sticky hair things really make you itch. I realized that as I was picking, and it made things quite uncomfortable. And the beans are like impossible to find. So bean picking is not my favorite thing to do. Oh, the other thing that has me very excited, which I don't know how I forgot about, because like I said, I'm excited about it, but I did anyway. I've been spending most of today and a bunch of yesterday just like in a writing mood, which is so awesome. I've been working on my fantasy story, which I think I told you all about a bit, and I decided to rewrite it from first-person perspective, because it just, in this particular story, it just makes you feel more connected to the characters. I think it works for this one. Now, considering I spent like a whole day working on the story, you'd think I'd be kind of far. I'm like 13 pages, which doesn't seem very far, but it is, really, I swear. If you want to read it, let me know. I will email it to you or something. It's not edited, so it might not be worth reading, but yeah, there's that. And now I really am out of things to say. So, happy Friday, y'all, and Francis, I will see you tomorrow.